Before we get started,
Yes.
we need to address the elephant in the room.
Okay.
That baby that wants to go to the Four Seasons Orlando.
Me.
What is that?
Did you see that he went on the news and
he was giving
said
a
the
soliloquy?
he said the iconic line.
Oh, God.
He said me.
That's frightening.
Like, why does that baby know what the Four Seasons is?
Well, first of all, I don't think a human being that small should display any sign of consciousness.
Okay.
Like, that's already disturbing. Let alone preferences for like upscale hotel accommodations.
It's true.
That's ridiculous.
So like this baby has some sort of understanding of the Orlando Four Seasons.
This baby has a concept of vacation.
Yes, wait, that's true. It's not in school. There's nothing to vacation from. It's a baby.
It's a baby.
I don't get it. And not only does it know what the Four Seasons is, it wants to go there.
It actively wants to vacation.
It deeply disturbs me that this is our future.
This is the future of America.
Like, let's bring back Big Baby.
Can we please bring back the Big Baby?
And
I miss
like
him.
I just really need a collab between
and the Peanut Butter Baby.
ooh.
The trio.
Yeah.
It's the holy trinity of internet babies.
But I don't think the Peanut Butter Baby has the same amount of consciousness as the other two.
Well, see, the problem is that they weren't all babies at the same time. So now it's going to be weird if we
That's
have like
true.
one actual baby with like a big peanut butter boy and then like an even larger adult. Because he's not a big baby anymore.
Yeah. Well, I don't think he was a baby when that video was taken.
I know. And isn't it like, I think it was like a Russian, like.
What?
Wasn't it like a North Korean baby or something?
What do you mean?
Wasn't the big baby like from the bowels of North Korea? Like, I think North Korea.
What are you getting at?
I think North Korea put out that video to kind of show the strength of the nation.
Are you being for real?
Yes, I think it was propaganda.
I don't remember that baby like looking Korean. And wasn't the baby on top of like a white man?
Exactly.
Oh.
Yeah, see what I'm saying?
It's all coming together. Maybe you're right.
Yeah.
Something we need to look into.
Let's do some research.
Okay.
Welcome back to the Hoot and Holler podcast. I have a returning guest. You're no longer a special guest. You've been downgraded.
But am I the first returning guest?
You are the first returning guest.
Okay, that's special.
That's special. You're special in your own way. You might remember her as the girl who hates escalators.
Oh, yeah.
But to me, she's my sister. Welcome to the pod, Amy.
That's me. I'm so glad to be here again.
We discussed a topic for today's episode, and we're really excited about it.
Video games from our childhood that scared us.
Yeah, specifically the ones that gave us some sort of trauma.
Yeah. There was a few for me.
There were a few for me.
Most of them were because of you scaring me.
Yeah, I did that a lot.
Yeah, I know.
It was really fun.
I just want to kind of lay the foundation of how Eric would scare me with video games with a classic story of when we had Banjo Tooie on the N64 and I was a small child and I just wanted to be a part of whatever Eric did because he was my cool older brother. But
yeah,
Eric did not want me playing his games. So he told me that if I was controlling Banjo and I went into, it must have been the witch's hut, that like a really, really hard fight would start and I would not be able to win. And they would like, the witch would insta-kill me. And I was so scared to play that game that I like never played it ever again. It scared me so much.
Okay, you want to know what's crazy?
What? You don't remember that at all?
No, I do remember this. This is like a prime example of like the cycles of trauma and abuse. because that my brother, our older brother, the eldest,
eldest of the children,
our eldest brother it was his game. Banjo Tooie was his game.
Yeah.
And when I would try to play and I would try to go to the witch's hut, he would tell me
Wait,
that if
really?
I go into the witch's hut, I would insta-kill.
Oh my God.
So I must have passed it on to you, and now we're both terrified of Banjo Tooie.
Wait, I didn't know that.
I experienced it as well, and I understand your pain. So I'm sorry for passing that on to you.
Wow. We're like setting the foundation. We both have fears in these games.
We both have fears, but this is a moment of healing, I think.
Yeah, I think it is too.
Yeah.
We have a common enemy now.
What was really scary is that in Banjo Tooie, there was a part where it was a trivia game, and you would be I think it was in the witch's hut, because I watched my brother play, and if you got the question wrong, she would drop like a 5,000-pound dumbbell on you, and you would crush instantly, and you would hear like the bones crack. Because Banjo was like a little bear, right?
Yeah.
Was he a bear?
Yeah.
So they would drop this like 5,000-pound dumbbell on the little bear, and you would hear like every crunch and crack of his body.
Are you being serious?
I'm serious.
Well, now I can't tell.
No, I'm being serious, and I think
really
I cried.
Scary. Oh my God. That's kind of scary.
Yeah, these old games were not playing around. And then they were rated like B for baby.
Yeah, right?
And you're like, what?
It's like crunching bones.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
First of all, witches should not be in a baby game. And it wasn't like Glinda the Good Witch. She was like straight up warts, pointy hat.
Wait, wasn't she like trying to kidnap the sister and like steal her youth? Wasn't that the whole plot of the game?
That sounds legit.
Yeah, that's horrifying.
Well, that's Banjo Tooie.
Okay,
Never again.
Banjo Tooie covered.
And we never even played the first one. Like we just went straight to Banjo Tooie.
We didn't even own the first one.
Because the first one was Banjo Kazooie. Because they think it's the bear, Banjo.
Yeah.
And then he had his little like bird sidekick, and that was Kazooie.
Yes.
And then for the sequel, it was Banjo Tooie. Get it? Because 2 is like the number 2. I don't know if they did a third one.
I know they made one for either the DS or GameCube. It was like Nuts and Bolts.
Ew.
I only remember that because they did a promotion on Lunchables.
Okay, speaking of Lunchables, I have to address this.
Okay.
I woke up this morning. Oh, we're at our parents' house. I woke up this morning at like 7:45 a.m. I come downstairs and Amy.
Why are you talking about this?
Amy is eating a like chicken salad sandwich on toasted white bread.
What is wrong with that?
At 7:30 in the morning.
It was not 7:30. It was like 8 because I ate it after I went to the gym because it has chicken and I didn't want to eat a protein shake again.
How can you live with yourself?
What do you mean?
Eating chicken salad at 8 in the morning.
It's food.
That is disgusting.
It's really not. You can eat it whenever you want.
I just had to put it out there, and I would love for the audience to weigh in.
Oh, stop.
Is this acceptable behavior or not?
Well, what do you think would be worse? Like chicken salad sandwich?
Or a
like
protein shake?
Burger?
Yeah, eat a protein shake.
Like a burger.
That's also very weird.
But is it weirder than chicken salad?
No.
Okay, so it's not that bad.
No, I'm saying a burger is more normal than eating a
no,
chicken
it's
salad
not. You can't even lie about that.
A chicken salad sandwich?
What is wrong with that?
Anyway.
Literally, why?
I just had to talk about it. Let's move on to some other games. Okay, so one game that scared me from my childhood was Pajama Sam.
Okay.
This was like a classic point and click style game. First of all, the premise was horrifying. It's about this kid. He like wakes up in the middle of the night. He hears a sound in his closet.
Yeah.
And he goes into the closet and he falls through a portal and he ends up in this twisted nightmare land version of America, basically.
Did we have multiple versions of this game?
I think we had Pajama Sam 1 and 2.
Okay.
We had both.
Was the first one where he goes into the scary forest?
Yes.
Okay, I remember that.
Yeah, so he falls through this portal and he lands. It's kind of like Alice in Wonderland style forest where it's really dark, but everything's alive. Like the flowers will like talk to you and stuff. and there's a boat with a face. Do you remember this? This boat is alive, and you have to step into its hollowed out body and row across the river.
I vaguely remember this.
It was so scary. And then I remember collecting socks. You had to make pairs of socks, and you were finding them. You were pointing and clicking and finding them all throughout the forest.
Yeah.
But then I also remember you have to go up this elevator, and then there's a trivia game. They always have a trivia game.
Of course they do.
And you're like, the trivia game is hosted by a set of doors with faces on them. And then when you get it correct, they open and you get to go in.
Can I look up a picture?
Yeah, you should look this up.
I'll look up the boat first because I kind of remember. Oh, yeah. Okay, that's exactly what I thought. Okay, well, should I look up like
It's like a canoe with a face.
Yeah. Pajama Sam, like doors of knowledge.
The doors of knowledge.
Oh, God. Oh, I do remember this.
And they would ask you, it would be like, how many lily pads are on the river? And you're like, I don't know. And then you have to go all the way back. You have to go back down the elevator, go to the river, step into the living boat, cross the river, and count the lily pads, and then go all the way back.
Oh my God.
And then you get another question, and it's like,
how many rocks did you throw into the basket?
Mm-hmm.
That's really annoying. But I guess that's what drew them out. I mean,
yeah, because the gameplay is very straightforward.
Yeah.
You're pointing, you're clicking, you're finding socks, and you're answering trivia questions. But I mean, it was a game for kids.
Mm-hmm.
So I think it was an appropriate level of challenge.
Okay. Yeah.
Then there was Pajama Sam 2.
Yeah, this is the one that did scare me.
Because this one, the whole tagline was like, thunder and lightning are not so frightening.
Yeah, and he's like repeating it to himself, and he's really scared.
He's shuddering under the covers. He's
also
crying.
We played this game in Florida. We grew up in Florida where thunder and lightning was quite frightening.
Like, I don't think I even had a fear of thunder and lightning until I played this game.
Oh, really?
And then afterwards I was like, oh, I'm scared.
I remember the lightning striking and he hides under the blanket.
It's the same kid who fell through his closet portal, but I think this time, because he's so scared of the thunder and lightning, he hides under his blanket, and then his bed becomes the portal, and he just falls through his bed. So now not only am I afraid of closets, but I'm afraid of my own bed.
Well, yeah, and it's not like he like seeked it out. Like, it just ate him up.
Sometimes you just fall through a portal in your bed.
That's so scary.
And there's nothing you can do about it.
I don't like that.
And then I guess the rest of this one wasn't as scary because when you land, you're more in like, I think it's a weather factory.
It is very bright and you're in the clouds. I remember very, very specifically the part where you have to find a crowbar and you have to like pry open either a box or a door to progress. I like figured it out and I felt so smart as a kid, but I think that's where I like didn't go much further. And I'm sure people are going to be like, that was like 5 minutes into the game. And I'm like, well, I was 7. So
I was 7 and I was trying my best.
I was trying my best.
This is where I first learned what a wing nut is because
Oh,
I remember there's a part where there's this wing nut you have to find to tighten a bolt or something to fix the weather factory. But the wing nut is stuck inside a vending machine.
Oh.
And you have to buy a chocolate bar to get the like little metal coil to spin, and then the wing nut falls out.
Okay, I do vaguely remember that too.
And I was like, first of all, how did you get in there? And second of all, new fear unlocked because now I'm afraid of being trapped inside a vending machine.
Wait, he went inside of the vending machine?
The wing nut.
Oh, was okay.
Well, everything in this game was anthropomorphized.
Oh, I did forget that.
So
like
the wing nut had like a face and like emotions.
Oh my God, who did this to you?
Yeah, and he was so scared of being
Oh.
in the vending machine. So then I was scared of being in the vending machine.
Oh my God.
Yeah, so then when I would like buy a soda, I would make my mom like...
Wait, are you for real?
Yeah, I'm serious.
Oh,
she would have to
no.
reach in because I thought I was going to end up like the wing nut.
It would pull you in.
It would pull me in.
That
but
is kind of scary.
it was very useful to know what a wing nut was at age 5.
Wait, I just want to say, the further you go into Pajama Sam 2, you discover that the creatures who are making the thunder and lightning are an anthropomorphized like thundercloud. And then
Wait, really?
And I was like, jaw dropped. That scared me.
That was a big reveal.
Yeah. And they weren't nice to you. Like, I didn't like that.
It's not good. Yeah, it was definitely a moment where I was like, there are beings beyond us. You know, like
When Eric found religion.
yeah, I was like, there's more outside of being human.
Yeah. I didn't think of it like that. I just didn't
You
like
just
that.
accepted it.
Well, I just didn't like that they were mean. They were quite rude.
That too, they were pretty rude.
I don't even remember how we had to help them. The weather machine was broken, I think.
We had to give them the wing nut. I think the
To
wing
fix
nut
it?
was causing all the problems.
Oh, of course.
Tighten your wing nuts, everyone. Okay, here's one that's gonna bring back a lot of memories.
Okay.
This is the Land Before Time Activity Center.
God.
There
Yeah.
was one game where you're the baby T-Rex, and
It already hit me. You're running? Are you running?
No.
Oh.
You're the baby T-Rex, and there's a palm tree, and then attached to the palm tree is a rope, and you load up one of the other dinosaurs. Usually it would be like the Triceratops one, and you pull the rope, and you have to decide how far to pull it back, and then you release, and it launches the dinosaur over a river.
Oh my God.
And
Okay.
you're trying to get it to land on the other side. But as you progress, there's like trees or mountains that block the river. So you have to get over the tree. But then when it hits the tree, it has this.
You hear the bones breaking.
Yes, you hear the bones crunch, and it smacks the tree and like slowly slides down to the ground. And then you hear the bones crunch again when it hits the floor. Another quick one I want to touch on is Freddi Fish, specifically the haunting of the schoolhouse.
Yeah.
'Cause I think there were 5 or 6 of those.
I'm sure there was a million of them.
Yeah. And this one was horrifying to me because the entire premise was there's a ghost haunting the school, specifically the preschool where the guppies are, the cute, innocent little guppies.
With the little dot eyes.
With the dot eyes.
Yeah.
And this ghost would come and steal all their toys.
It's so unfair.
And as the kid detective Freddi Fish, and you're with your sidekick,
Other fish.
was it my gut is telling me its name was like Junior? Is that right? Luther.
Yes, it's Luther.
Freddi and Luther. Oh, maybe I was thinking Junior because Martin Luther King Jr.
Yeah, that makes sense.
I just made that connection.
Yeah.
Okay, Luther. Freddi and Luther. Yes, I remember this. So they're kid detectives, and they have to stop this ghost from terrorizing the poor little guppies. So you're going around, you're investigating the school, but also, because it's a point and click, you're collecting items along the way. And these items are very useful because you'll use them to build a mousetrap.
Yeah, that's right. A Rube Goldberg machine.
Rube Goldberg machine.
Yeah.
And you plant a toy in the basement. You wait for the ghost to come. You launch your Rube Goldberg machine and you trap that ghost. And you see, that's odd. Shouldn't ghosts not be trappable? Not this one. No.
It's like Shrek.
They get trapped inside the chandelier and they rip off the blanket. And sure enough, it's those 2 bully sharks.
Yes.
They were terrorizing the kids and stealing the toys.
So I was playing it with my babysitter and she beat it for us and I watched the ending and I was shocked.
I was shocked and appalled when I saw that those sharks were responsible
For stealing children's toys, really?
It was like a Krampus. Like, this was my intro to Krampus. They had a sack. They went around to all the kids, stole their toys.
Like, they're getting robbed. And what? And none of the adults are going to do anything about that? This 2 children are responsible for catching these thieves?
Well, the crazy part is that the adults are also like quaking in the corner because you have to go
really?
like the guppy teachers. Like, they're hiding behind their desk. Someone needs to get this school.
They need to clear out the staff.
Yeah, we need a total reset.
Yeah.
Okay, no, there's a game you want to talk about.
Okay, this is a game that sparked this whole idea of this topic, is The Sims 2. So The Sims 2 was another game that, well, I think you owned this one. It was bought in Eric's name. And
yeah, it was.
I'd just watch you play it forever and ever. Yeah, so Eric was a cheat extraordinaire for this game, where he would just cheat in $1 million. He'd cheat like that. This is what scared me, was the stuff he would do to the mailbox.
Oh yeah, bool prop.
Is that what it was?
Well, okay, so the cheat for money was money or
Motherload.
motherload. And then it was like bool prop testing codes false or something.
True, and then false turned it off.
Yeah.
And you were like, these are the cheats, but be careful because if you do things wrong, it'll break the whole game, which is another thing that scared me.
Well, I think that's true.
That's true. It is true.
Because I think the whole point of
the testing cheats is that it's like dev stuff.
Yeah, it's for the developers to test like new functions and stuff. So if you do mess something up, it's game over.
It'll like corrupt your data and stuff.
So I'm not sorry about that one.
No,
you should have been scared.
I mean, I was. So I think I mostly just watch you do it. But I'll be real, I don't really remember what those cheats were. Do you remember what you could do?
Oh yeah, of course.
What was it?
A lot of it was about placement rules. So you could like put objects on other objects, or like you could combine two tables into like one table. You know what I mean? Like create an L-shaped table. And then another big thing was about your needs. So you could like insta-fill all your needs. So you never have to go to the bathroom. So it was great.
But I thought there was something that would like kill your sim.
Yeah, the Grim Reaper.
Yeah, but could you spawn him in?
Yes.
He doesn't kill you.
You could edit your relationship so you could marry the Grim Reaper. And that was something I loved doing.
Oh, you did that often?
Yeah.
Wouldn't he leave?
And then you would have children with the Grim Reaper. You could also spawn in ghosts.
Yeah, well, that's another thing that terrified me.
Did it really?
Yes, the ghosts were so scary in The Sims 2.
Oh, maybe. Yeah, I guess you were a lot younger because when I played it, I was like, this is fine. The Grim Reaper doesn't scare me. The ghosts don't scare me.
That was horrifying.
What about the ghost was scary?
Okay, well, the scariest thing about the ghosts was that you couldn't control anything they did. They could go into your appliances and break them.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
And then if you tried to fix the fridge with water below it, it would electrocute your sim.
But that has nothing to do with the ghost.
Okay, but this final thing I'm going to talk about is that the ghosts could scare your Sims to death.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, they could.
And that's so scary.
That was scary. I think the scariest parts of Sims 2 were the Repo Man.
Oh, yeah.
Because he would come with like this ray gun and he would just zap your items into oblivion.
That was really scary.
And the other thing I found really scary were the robbers. Because they would come in the middle of the night with their sack. Once again,
and
their mask in their sack.
It played the scary music.
It played the scariest music.
Yeah.
And they'd snatch they would always steal the car first. That was the first thing.
They would take the most expensive things.
Oh, really? They took cars and TVs. I spent
so long trying to earn money to get my sim a TV, and they would take it.
And in The Sims 2, it was not easy to earn money.
No.
Like, I think in Sims 3 and 4, it's a bit easier. Because you can like garden and sell your collectibles and paint more. But
I would just make my Sims paint and they become like instantly rich.
Yeah. But Sims 2, you had to grind.
And
tough.
You had to train up their skills so that they could get that promotion. Yeah, it was hard.
One thing I really liked about The Sims 2 that they stopped doing was they had the likes and dislikes. Do you remember that?
Yeah.
So you could be like, I dislike fat people.
Yeah, people with white hair.
People with white hair.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was fun.
Why would they ever get rid of that?
I don't know.
Just make them hate fat people.
I guess it's problematic in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
But I think it did also add a lot to their personalities.
Yeah.
I did really also like the point system that they used for developing their personalities, because I think they gave you like 20 points or something, and then you had to spread them out over 5 categories.
Yeah.
And you could be like, are they...
It was outgoing versus like shy, I think. I know one was clean and dirty.
Yeah.
One was lazy and active.
Because I think that's really fun because you're going to have to make some sacrifices. So as opposed to the newer games where you can just be like, my sim is smart,
is
clean,
a genius, a bookworm, and really good at cooking.
Exactly. You can just give them only positive things.
Yeah, that's true.
But in Sims 2, you were forced to have some flaws. And I think that teaches kids something about life.
So The Sims 4 is currently free, and it has been free for a while. So I played the base game, which is literally so boring. And I just randomized all the traits for my sim. And she ended up being evil, and her goal was to like be an evil mastermind. And then I think I just made her paint instead.
That's always the easiest option.
Yeah, right?
Just paint for money.
Yeah. And then she kept making coffee on her own. And since she hated her job, she never got a promotion and we had no money. So she would just go on her own to make coffee and spend like 17 simoleons. I'm like, stop
making coffee. We can't afford this.
Yeah. It drove me insane.
Yeah, when they get a mind of their own and they just go off. Sometimes they'll just run off. They go to the club and they buy like a $30 drink.
Yes.
And I'm like, what are you doing? This was not part of the plan.
That was in The Sims 3 where they could just run down the street and like go wherever they wanted. Yeah. And it's like, hold on, where are you going?
I'd have a family of like 6 Sims and I'd have them all sleeping. And I'm like, wait, someone is not in bed. Really? And they're just at the club.
Oh my God.
Yeah, all the time.
They were like abducted by aliens. Like, I didn't even send you outside. Yeah, we had nightlife, pets, and like world adventures.
It was called Bon Voyage.
Oh, was it?
Yeah,
World Adventures of Sims 3?
I have a confession.
What?
Well, the way we did this was that I bought the base game and nightlife.
Yeah.
And then you bought pets.
Yeah.
And then our other sister bought Bon Voyage.
Yeah.
And a couple months into us owning the expansions, Bon Voyage mysteriously stopped working. And it's because I got really mad at our other sister.
What?
And I took a knife and I scratched the disc.
What?
And then she put it into the computer and she's like, it's not working. And I was like, oh no. What happened?
You are so evil. Did you ever buy a new one? It still doesn't work?
It still doesn't work now.
Are you joking?
I'm not joking.
Eric, that's so mean.
Oh, she was being really mean.
Yeah, she can be mean.
So I scratched it.
Well, I was going to play those like soon.
Well, you can't play Bon Voyage. Sorry.
Whatever, it's fine.
It's fine. I still haven't played Sims 4. I do own it because it's free.
Yeah.
So maybe I really do want to try a Let's Play.
Yeah, let's play Spy Fox and Sims 4.
Okay, let's do it.
Okay.
Okay, let's move on to the Hoot and Holler portion of the podcast.
Hoot and Holler. Okay. You know what? I'll do a hauler because I think my thing right now is cars that, like, if you're walking outside, they'll pull over and stop, like, in front of you. Like, they pull over and stop where you're going to be walking.
Wait, what? I'm so confused.
Okay, so I'll be walking and a car will, like, it'll be driving up the street and then it'll slow down and, like, pull over to the side. like a kidnapping attempt, it'll pull over to the side.
Okay.
But then I'll like cross the street because I'm like, yeah, I'm not about to be kidnapped. Bye. And then they like don't do anything. They literally just sit there. I'm like, why did you do that? Like,
well, how do you know they weren't planning to and you just foiled their plans?
I mean,
moving to the other side of the road?
Know, but I keep an eye on them, and then like the car doesn't move. But like also, if you're just pulling over, can't you pull over like not where someone is literally about to walk in 2 minutes and act all sketchy?
Yeah, it's ill-advised.
Like go into a cul-de-sac. You know what I mean?
No, I know what you're saying. And I don't know if they're thinking that. Because I think when you're a pedestrian, you feel vulnerable. You're stripped of all your power.
Yeah.
But when you're in that car, you're feeling good. You're probably not even thinking, I'm sketchy right now for pulling over on the side of the road.
Yeah, that could be.
They're probably thinking, I have to pick up my kid.
Yeah. My child is crying in the back seat.
Yeah, get it some Cheerios.
Yeah. Okay.
But
well,
I totally, like, I think it's a valid holler.
Yeah, I just want to point it out.
I just think maybe shift your perspective a little bit next time and consider how the other might be feeling.
Okay. Think about how the kidnappers feel.
Think kidnappers.
You foiled their plan.
Kidnappers have feelings too.
They have to make a living.
We've all got to get food on the table. Some of us work, some of us nap. In the end, we're all the same.
Yeah.
Think before you shame. Think before you holler.
Okay.
My holler is irregular gym cleaning.
Ooh.
I didn't really get into the gym until the pandemic times. And because it was pandemic times, they offered everyone a personal bottle of sanitizer, a towel, and there would be people cleaning 24/7, like employees cleaning.
Yeah.
But nowadays, like, nobody cleans up after themselves, and the
Yeah.
employees don't clean. At the gym I go to, I've never once seen an employee clean a machine. I've never once seen a gym goer clean their machine. And so it just kind of goes into this cycle of filth where I'm kind of like, well, if you're not cleaning the machine, I'm not going to clean the machine.
You don't wipe it down after?
No, no one does.
That's gross. That's where
I
you
know,
get,
it's
like,
disgusting.
Skin diseases.
So I'd like to correct the trajectory that we're going down. And I think we should bring back the individual bottles of sanitizer. And you bought those items. They exist. So I don't know why you don't, like, I guess they're saving on laundry costs. But if you have to walk, like, to the other side of the gym to get a paper towel and the spray and then walk all the way back to your machine, that's when it gets irritating.
You're saying, like, everyone needs this bottle.
Everyone should get a bottle and a towel when they walk in.
What about, like, wipes?
Or wipes.
Okay, because my gym has wipes, but often they're out and, like, they don't even bother replacing them.
Yeah, they never replace them.
Like,
there's
really,
like
guys?
one wipes dispenser. I mean, you go to a small gym, but my gym is pretty big and you have to walk like pretty far to go clean off your machine.
That's so annoying.
And honestly, like, if I left to go get a wipe, I would come back and somebody would already be using the machine.
That's true. So, like, what's even the point?
So what's the point?
Yeah, let's change things.
If we all unite
and spray down our machines,
we can make change.
We can make a difference.
We are change makers.
I'm so proud of us.
This is the start of something beautiful.
This is the start of something new.
It's the start of something new. Oh, okay. Yeah, let's do that. It's the start of a clean gym.
It feels
so good to be
work out. Oh, to be clean with you.
Whoa.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, that was good. We're keeping that in.
I'm totally clipping on that. It's awful.
Okay, Hoot. Quick move to do
my Hoot right now is frog towels.
Oh.
Those ones that you get wet and then they're like, they stay cool for a really long time.
Yes, those are great.
I got one for free from my work and it helps because I stand outside in 90-degree weather all day.
So how are you wetting your towel? Do you go find a bathroom or do you...
So what I did was I would fold it up and then we have like one of those like a water cooler.
Oh, okay.
And then I would just use water from that.
Can you wash the towel and it still works?
Well, I washed it.
And it still cools?
Yeah, I didn't dry it because I don't know.
That might ruin it.
The way the fabric like you're not supposed to wash or you're not supposed to dry microfiber towels because then they're not soft anymore. I don't know. I'm just making this up.
Moral of the story is they're great.
Frog towels, good.
Frog towels, sponsor us, please.
Ooh, that could be good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Ending on a really positive note, my Hoot for this week is a series of unfortunate events. The book series, specifically.
Okay.
I think this was a cultural moment that shaped America forever.
Yeah, for
we
sure.
We all remember the VFD. We all remember the Sugar Bowl.
Yes.
And Count Olaf, I think, is probably the best villain of all time.
He's also horrifying.
He's horrifying. He's a master of disguise.
Yeah.
He kind of is my whole personality. Like,
don't say that.
Well, I would love to be able to like transform myself and get a job as like a snake keeper or I think he becomes a dentist in the 5th book. Like, he is so good at acting that he's qualified for any job. And I think that's a superpower.
That was like his whole thing was his little acting troupe.
Yeah, his acting troupe. And that's how he's able to like constantly bamboozle all these people.
Ruin these children's lives. Yeah.
And actually, okay, I'm going to shift my Hoot to Count Olaf.
Okay, just him in general.
Just Count Olaf because he is an icon. He is the moment. And he is probably my role model in all of life.
Oh my God, didn't he try to marry a child?
Well, not that part. But I do want to be able to be a dentist if I want to.
He's very driven. You know, he
He's
kind of does
driven.
anything necessary.
He's ambitious. He's driven.
Yeah.
He's a go-getter, and he loves pasta puttanesca.
He also has a lot of friends.
He has so many
He
friends.
surrounds himself with people who support him.
Yes. And his ankle tattoo is pretty cool.
It's pretty
too.
sick.
Yeah, I love that. Well, that's all we have time for today. Thanks for joining us on this very fun episode of the Hoot and Holler podcast.
It's been a hoot.
And it's been a holler.
It's been a holler.
Well, we gotta go.
We gotta go.
Bye.
Bye.